Hello friends, this is the story of the top 10 most expensive cities in the world, and to calculate the price index of each city, experts will rely on several key factors, including the average price of items, necessary goods such as milk and cooking oil, rent, utilities, public transportation, and the strength of the local currency. According to the following rankings, published by ECA International, USA, Asia is currently the most expensive continent to live in. Meanwhile, the cost of living in Europe has dropped significantly in the past 12 months due to external factors such as inflation, conflict. Here is the list of 10 most expensive cities in the world in 2022. Now let's count down each position together. Ranked in 10th place is the capital city of South Korea, Seoul. This expensive city is largely due to the high cost of housing and the huge down payment on housing. If you want to buy a house in Seoul with a cost of 4 times your total income a year, or about $250,000, you have to find places about 30 kilometers away from the center. In addition, living expenses such as meals and tuition are extremely expensive due to the huge gap between rich and poor in this city. 9th place is another city in mainland China that marks as one of the most expensive cities in the world, Guangzhou. Similar to Shanghai, the strength of the currency and the inflation rate, along with the general cost of living, make the cost of living in this city extremely expensive. 8th place is Shanghai in China, which is not only one of the most populous cities in the world, but also one of the most expensive. One of the reasons why the city of Shanghai made the list is due to its high inflation rate, combined with the strength of the Chinese yuan against other major currencies. It is not surprising that Switzerland is a country for the rich. That is why it has not one but 2 cities in the top 10 most expensive cities in the world. Along with attracting the world's richest people, it also records the highest salaries in the world. No wonder there are so many banks here. 6th position sounds strange, but few people know Tel Aviv is the most expensive city in the Middle East instead of Qatar or Dubai, as people think. As the only city in the Middle East to make the list of the 10 most expensive cities in the world, Tel Aviv is the hub of all things royalty and luxury. This contributes to the increased cost of living in the city. However, this increase is largely due to the appreciation of the shekel, Israel's currency. 5th place is another city promoting Asia as the continent with the highest population density, with expensive cities being the Japanese capital Tokyo. Japan is known for having a very high cost of living, and with the capital Tokyo, it's no surprise that costs are the highest in the bustling city. Expenses that make up the largest share of expenses include rent, followed by car ownership and transportation, such as high-speed trains. Next is the City of Dreams, London, which has established itself as the 4th most expensive city in the world. Like New York, people from all over the world flock to the UK city with bright eyes, hoping to make a career and gain fame there. In London, rent and public transport are some of the highest in the world, which is why, if you want to build a comfortable life here, you have to have the right standards, economically stable. Followed by Europe's leading city, Geneva has long been known as a symbol of class and luxury. Known for facilitating the most lavish lifestyles with the best restaurants, stunning vistas, and modern homes, it's not surprising that Geneva has such an expensive standard of living. Next on the 2nd place on the list is one of the most crowded cities in the US, New York. It is also the only city in the North American region to make this list. Dubbed the land of opportunities, New York is certainly a place that attracts many people who live with the dream of finding a place in this city. Therefore, it is not surprising that this is the most expensive city in the world. As noted above, Asia is dominating the list of the 10 most expensive cities in the world, so it's no surprise that bustling Hong Kong takes the number 1 spot. Hong Kong is a known destination for some of the most successful and wealthy entrepreneurs in the world. 2022 is also the 3rd year in a row that Hong Kong has the honor of leading this list. So we have learned all the stories of the top 10 most expensive cities in the world in 2022. Please leave your comments and now say hello and see you again.